Second, third, fourth. All right, the meeting is called to order. Say the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the United States, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Take a motion to approve the August 18th meeting's minutes.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Sandy?
Darren?
Yes.
Judy? Yes. Scott?
Yes.
Gary?
Yes.
Patrick?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes. Okay. Any changes to the agenda? We have one item on there, transfer, that's already been done from the judge's department. Yeah. So that's all. Okay. First item is public hearing on the 2026 budget. We'll open the meeting to a public hearing. Any comments on the budget?
I have a question.
Yes.
Have you gotten in?
Yeah, the microphone.
Do we have anything from WIS on the job descriptions and the pay grade yet?
No, we're negotiating a good date as to when we can hear that. They say it'll be ready in maybe 2 weeks or so.
Okay, so you're not talking about the budget that's including salaries, then, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, not correct, it's probably accurate, right?
When you say including salaries, I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah,
Any change in salaries, or is it gonna remain the same for the budget until you change this pay grade thing?
That would be the assumption at this point, yes, unless what they present to us falls into place very quickly, which we doubt that we sort through it quick enough to see that that happens. So you're probably accurate in what you're saying.
Okay.
Any other comments, questions? Okay,
and we probably, you got her name, but I think we have to like say who's said what, right? In the meeting or public session, I think, don't we, Susan?
Yes.
Yeah.
The speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
I think we know her.
yeah, got reported.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? If not, we will close the open hearing, public hearing, and go on to the next item.
You should, that's a motion, a second, a vote to close the public hearing.
Okay, we need a motion and a second and a vote.
Second.
Okay.
Darren?
Yes.
Judy? Yeah. Scott?
Here, or yes.
Gary?
Yes.
Patrick?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
All right. Next item on the agenda is the SHC, Sustaining Hoosier Communities, with Brian Cadlock, the head of the Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's an opportunity brought to us. He's just going to apprise us of the opportunity as council have to be involved in it.
We emailed out a letter to all of you. Did all of you get that?
Yep.
Do you want me to read it?
No.
Thank you. So, I mean, what questions do you have, maybe?
Just maybe just give a broad overview of what it's doing, how it
Sure.
works for us, and the potential cost or cost savings.
So the SHC is the Sustaining Hoosier Communities, and it's through the Office of Rural Development at Indiana University. And once a year, Indiana University chooses a community that's within a 90-mile driving radius of Bloomington to go in and utilize their faculty, their students, in a 2-year project to help sustain small rural communities like this. So we have the opportunity to be selected for that. The application is due on October 1st. And what it will allow us to do is save potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars by utilizing their brain power to go after critical questions and critical opportunities that the county is facing as we move forward. And what's really exciting about this initiative is that as they present us with projects or opportunities, we actually have funding within the innkeeper's tax to really move forward with some of these great projects to not only help our community, but also the tourists that come here as well. So it's a great opportunity for us.
Some of these are students from like Kelly School of Business, graduate students and such.
Yes, so basically what will happen is there'll be two public meetings that IU has once they're able to compile our list of concerns and questions. They'll go to their faculty and staff, and whoever has the capability to go after a particular topic or subject, then they will do so. So it'll go into some of their wheelhouses. Will it address everything that we find as a pressing matter? Absolutely not. But hey, it gives us a really good foot in the door to get some projects and get some good thinking underfoot. Since we live it and breathe it every day, it's kind of nice every once in a while to see an outsider's lens on it.
So we've already come up with about 10 projects
Correct.
for them to review.
So how will their input help us as students? Is this to help them get their master's degree? Is this part of their curriculum?
It is part of their curriculum. So it is part of their class. It is part of a semester's learning. Yes.
So how is that, again, going to help the community? If you have people from the outside that know nothing about this, how is their input at ground zero going to help us?
So basically, we as a community meet with them to discuss what our opportunities are. And once they're able to compile a list of projects within departments or classes that are specifically looking at some of these things, then they're able to turn that into a semester's long project.
Okay, so an example of what you're talking about, a specific type of example, because I'm not sure I follow exactly what this does.
So yeah, so back here on this board, I have 10.
These are students who, once they graduate, probably be consultants and charge big bucks to do what we're getting for free from them. It's brain power being applied to our situation that we don't have to pay for.
So we have these 10 listed here as listed here, but a lot of them could possibly change based upon once we get into a public hearing. You know, some things that we may think are very important are not important to the community as a whole. But once we do compile those list of projects, then the students, the faculty, they're able to use their services to come back and say, okay, here's how we think that this should work for you. Here's this how you can make this even better than what you're doing.
So these are all graduate students?
Not necessarily.
Some are.
It basically you don't know who you're going to work with until they see the list of projects that we present and go to their professors and their faculty and say, hey, this is a pressing need in Brown County. Is your class able to help with this or not?
Because I've been a part of academia on projects like this in graduate school. And will this be a team effort with them? Like, will there be 2 or more on one project, or will it be one person? Or will it be one person and someone like you?
It's an entire class. And each one of these particular projects has to have somebody within our community. So our quality of life group will be at the head of each of these. There'll be that liaison person who will work directly with the students, make time for the students. And there may be some times where they have to come in and, you know, talk to the auditor or talk to the treasurer or something like that to get information that they may need. But there's always a point person within the community that directly is assigned to that particular project.
So is there any county funding or from your area that goes to this program for them?
No.
They get nothing out of that other than the training, the product experience.
Real world experience while they're still in school.
Okay.
Cause it's a project where, you know, we come up with needs that we have in the community, like.
Yeah, I understand. I did this exact thing in graduate school. I understand exactly what he's talking about. Respect, so. I just want the details, see if it's gonna cost us
You
anything.
think what you did in graduate school was helpful to the people you did it for?
We did it, we did it for businesses, not county, totally different game.
And I think one of the schools that assist them with this most recently did the Lincoln Pitch Park drawings and things like that, if you've had a chance to see that, so.
Any other questions, comments? We'll explore it, see if they let us want to use our projects. Thank you.
Yep.
Next item is comp time pay, discuss costs and possible future costs. Jim, you looked at some of those costs?
Yeah. I'm just gonna read an email that was sent out to the commissioners on Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025. Following up regarding the executive session that was held by WIS on July 9th. It's now been 8 weeks since that meeting, and to the best of my knowledge, the matter remains unresolved. To date, the county has expended $49,417.28 for WIS professional consulting services, not including any past, present, or future legal fees. Please advise on your intentions for bringing this issue to resolution. As I stated to you, Gary, to put this issue on the agenda for this evening, the county and documentation here, we have spent $30,000, if not more, on legal fees above and beyond the $48,000 we paid for the retainer for Barnes and Thornburg. So year to date, we've spent $80,000 on this issue. And WIS, for those that were at that executive session, made a recommendation in writing of what we needed to do to resolve it. And so at issue for me is I do not want to spend another dollar in legal fees with Barnes and Thornburg or any other law firm for that matter on this issue.
And the letter was sent to the council and commissioners.
You guys all received.
From you, correct?
No,
Or from Jim.
Yeah, yeah, and then you all should have the same file that I have here from the meeting that you attended on July 9th. Okay, so we all everyone was there except for maybe Patrick, he may not have been there. So where I'm at is, you know, do you really want to spend another, you know, we already spent $80,000 on this issue. And we've got a professional opinion on what we need to resolve it, how the commissioner's office has failed to resolve the issue. You know, that's their judgment, but as far as I'm concerned, I would really like to make a motion that we not spend another dollar on this subject matter and legal fees. Cut it off, enough is enough, and get it settled and get it resolved.
Any comments, questions?
I was under the impression that legal fees were to get this resolved.
Say it again.
I said I was under the impression that the money we were spending on this was to get it resolved.
I think it was,
We spent $80,000 in WIS on that executive session that we have. And keep in mind for the audience, we can't speak to this issue. So then we gotta stay very high level. So we keep it focused just on the fees that it's cost us year to date, which was $80,000. And they gave us 2 recommendations to settle it, which was, there were 2, I've got it right here. There was $2 amounts that we could settle it for and settle it, and then, and then be done with it and move on, get it behind us. And learn from our mistakes that we've made in the past. So unless you guys will spend more money, if that's what you want to do, that's your prerogative, but I don't.
Yeah, Tim Clark, I suggest you table this. I'm talking with our attorney. We looked at that. This shouldn't be discussed at this particular meeting.
I want to settle down. I don't want to spend any more money on your attorney, your farms authority, just because you guys are commissioners doesn't give you carte blanche
Jim, you don't
to
understand.
rack up legal fees at $700 every
You
bill.
don't understand.
Yes, I do.
Understand the issue.
Yes, I do.
No, sir, you don't.
Yes, I do.
So,
Don't
again,
stand up here.
we're in
and
conversation,
understand.
in conversation with our attorney, I suggest you table here. Thank you.
Take that into consideration.
Then perhaps we should have another executive session so you can educate us on how we don't understand the issue.
Sure. That would have been preferable to launching once you're launching.
Let's get it settled.
Well, when are we gonna have an executive session?
That's, the option. So you mentioned the possibility of a motion. Is that a possibility, Susan? Is there any doubt in that?
I make a motion that we schedule an executive session as soon as possible to get this discussed and resolved.
I'll second your motion.
Okay, Sandy?
Darren?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Gary?
Yes.
Patrick?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Okay. Who's going to make the executive session? It's the commissioners primarily, correct?
If you need an update, on a personnel issue that deals with financing, that's your executive session, you can invite a commissioner to come present to you to understand the issue.
Oh, our session.
Right. It does not have to be a joint session unless more than one commissioner would like to attend to explain the issue. Then it has to be a joint session.
Okay, joint. If it's one only, it would be joint, or more than one?
No, it'd be
More than one.
our
If
executive
it's
session.
one, if it's one commissioner providing the information that you need regarding personnel issues that deal with the finances, then it's your executive session and one commissioner can attend and explain. If more than one commissioner needs to attend and explain, then it needs to be a joint executive session.
How many commissioners do you think? Just one? Thank you.
Okay, so it sounds like it's just one. Any discussion at this point as to when to have the meeting? Check your calendars. Thursday morning, you say?
Meeting Thursday, this Thursday, if that's what you're talking, somewhere else.
What about Thursday afternoon? Thursday gone for everybody?
On for me.
Talk about Thursday this week.
Yes.
We got a department head meeting, Gary, on the 18th.
Department head meeting?
So let's look at next week.
What about Friday? 19th, this week.
I can't, this afternoon, I can.
Yep. I can do it after 10 o'clock,
I can't do it, I have to be 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
It's Friday the 19th.
I can do 1:30 or 12:45.
1:30 would be better for me.
What day?
Friday,
Friday.
Friday 19th,
What time are we doing
1:30 to 4, 3:30, whatever it takes. Everybody good?
Yeah, I'm good for 1:30.
Yeah, it's Friday the 19th.
Yeah.
And what is it, what's the time?
that?
1:30. Good.
Where will we have this meeting?
Here. Can you set that up, Julie?
Yes.
Room wise?
Yep.
Okay,
Make sure it's.
all right. That's taken care of. Next item is appropriations, support $6,000 to psychiatric services. Fund line 1000-32900-0232.
Good evening, Mary Wertz on behalf of the board. I seem like I come here about every other year and ask for a little more money in this line, and we did have budget meetings. I always told you this is one that I can't control. Certain individuals come before me, either I have a concern or the attorneys do for comprehension to stand trial, or if I get a sanity defense in a timely fashion, then I have no choice and I have to order these evaluations. They're expensive. I have to have doctors come from Indianapolis. They charge to drive down here. They charge for their time. They charge to drive back. They charge to prepare the report. So I've got, I think I've spent the $8,000 that was appropriated already. I have another evaluation in the works for an individual that I'm expecting that bill to come in within the next month. That's probably going to be at least $1,500 to $2,000, which is one evaluation. And then that, if I think I've asked for $6,000, that gives me leeway to have yet another person come before me that needs this type of evaluation. So I'm just trying to be reasonable in the request, hopefully get me through to the end of the year, and then maybe we'll have a better year next year and I won't have to come before you. So I think you're familiar with this issue, but I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about what these evaluations are and why the court is the one having to pay.
Are these insanity pleas? I used to be involved in some of that. So they required back when I was doing it, 3 doctors, 3 evaluations. Is that correct?
On the insanity, there are 2. There are 2 individuals that are qualified. They have given at the end of General Assembly, I think beginning July 1st of last year, gave us a little bit of leeway on lower level offenses and comprehension to stand trial. And I only need 1 if it's an F6 or lower. I still need 2 for an F5 or higher. So I've gotten, it's a little better. I probably have the amount on one of these expenses because she was a misdemeanant and I only needed 1 comprehension examination. So yes, it's
So how many
actually,
total are we saying that we're going to have here? Just a guess.
well, I can tell you that one individual this year, almost $5,000 of my budget went for that one individual because it was competency and sanity. And he had 3 pending cases. Another one was competency and sanity. I had a hearing on that individual today. The attorney, after the first competency evaluation and subsequent meetings with his client, he withdrew the competency issue. And now I'm just waiting on that second sanity evaluation. And then the other individual that came before me was the misdemeanor that I only needed 1 comprehension
So
evaluation.
how much money do you think you need? Just
Well, I'm asking for $6,000.
okay.
So that'll get the next evaluation I've already ordered paid for and give me enough to have 1 more individual come before me that needs this type of
But we have
service.
to do it, so it's not like we have a choice.
I see it that way. I hope you do.
We'll ultimately be held accountable if we don't.
Well, I mean, it's something I don't have discretion on, unfortunately. I mean, these are these expenses that I don't control. Now, I do carefully look at the comprehension because that's not just their attorney saying, I don't think they can comprehend. I always have a hearing and I make that judgment based on what I see and what presents to me in court and with the history of the case. So I do look at those closely. The sanity, I have no discretion whatsoever. Once it's pled, that will start in motion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? No questions or comments? Okay, you've got the ordinance right here. You've got it. I'll read it. Additional appropriation ordinance 2025, number 09-15-000, Council Bill number 11. Whereas it has been determined that it is now necessary to appropriate more money than was appropriated in the annual budget. Now therefore, section 1, be it resolved by the County Council of Brown County, Indiana, that for the expenses of the taxing unit, the following additional sums of money are hereby appropriated out of the funds named and for the purposes specified, subject to the laws governing the same. General Fund 1,000, line 30,000, other services and charges $6,000. Okay, yeah,
Motion to approve.
Second.
made and seconded.
Darren,
Yes.
Judy. Yes. Scott,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Joel,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
Second reading.
Second reading.
I need to make a motion to suspend.
Right, yeah.
Motion to suspend the rules on second reading. For the ordinance.
It's unanimous. Do that. So, second the motion? Seconded. Sandy?
Darren.
Yes.
Judy. Yes. Scott,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Patrick, Joel,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes. So,
So it's just your additional appropriation ordinance out of the general fund, other services and charges, $6,000. So you just need a motion to approve on second reading.
we have to read it second time? I thought he-
Right.
I thought he-
So,
Title only,
Here.
right?
Title only. Title only.
I move we, suspend the rules, make a,
Title only.
But I love it.
Yes.
So
move we,
Yes.
you need a motion,
You just need a motion to approve on second reading is what you need.
motion to approve the second reading.
Second.
Three motions to get through this?
Darren,
Yes.
Judy.
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Joel, Jim.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Title only, additional appropriation ordinance 2025, number 09-15-000, council bill number 11. Is that all we need?
That's it. You just approved it.
Okay.
You're good. You can sign it now.
All right. Our motion is your.
Hold on.
Wait. Karen's not done.
We had a request last month from the auditor for something that we tabled because it was a mix-up in the wording of appropriation or.
So, yep, just to clarify that, that was emergency management. I had prepared an additional appropriation ordinance when they came. It was submitted as a transfer, but I do believe that there was, the commissioners had not seen that, is my understanding, and so it hadn't gone through their meeting to come to you. Is that correct?
It was pulled. Yeah, the request was retracted.
We get that all on record. So there's no question or misunderstanding.
You good before I does this stuff?
Yep.
All right, motion to adjourn. Joe, second. 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 All in favor, say aye.